Look down at your hands. They feel dense and permanent. But at the subatomic level, the human body is composed of 99.99999% empty space. You are a walking matrix of vibrating atoms, held together by invisible forces. This biological reality forms the core of the "let's see through" philosophy. It posits that our physical form is a superficial coating. What we see is only the paint. What exists is beyond. To map that unseen territory, researchers have proposed the Meditation Research Center, or MRC. It is designed as a global institution built to decode the deep interplay of atoms, vibrations, and human consciousness. The MRC treats the human body as a reprogrammable frequency matrix, focusing on the interactions within the vast empty space of our cellular structure. Historically, the scientific study of consciousness hits a wall. Traditional holistic healing and spiritual upliftment are subjective experiences, making them difficult to capture through hard data measurement and clinical replication. The proposed solution is a closed-loop biometric architecture. The MRC aims to translate ancient meditation wisdom directly into measurable physiological data. This requires a dual-system approach. On one side, the facility administers precise, programmable sensory inputs. On the other, a network of clinical sensors captures the immediate biological response. By combining these elements, the goal is to build a repeatable, objective infrastructure to quantify the specific metrics of human consciousness. Consider a 3-blade ceiling fan. When stationary, you see individual blades with empty space between them. But as it accelerates, the speed and motion combine to create the visual illusion of a completely solid, impenetrable disk. The MRC uses this mechanical principle to explain human perception. The sensory inputs we experience act as frequencies that lead the mind to perceive physical solidity, where there is mostly empty space. This diagram shows the MRC matrix. A central human system node is targeted by 6 sensory channels to calibrate perception. Vector 1, touch, uses vibroacoustics to restore the nervous system. Vector 2, sight, uses full-spectrum light, where color signatures influence hormonal balance. In this framework, mechanical senses are treated as dials that researchers can tune to directly alter cellular behavior. Once the exterior physical barriers are bypassed, the system targets the internal, subconscious mind through chemical and limbic pathways. Vector 3, sound, deploys harmonic resonance for emotional detox. Vector 4, smell, uses astro-aromatherapy to activate the limbic system into restorative states. Vector 5, taste, delivers epigenetic emotional coding directly to the gut-brain axis. By isolating these chemical senses, the architecture creates direct data download pathways, allowing the system to update subconscious memory and internal biological responses. The MRC positions planetary energy, or astrology, as the overarching algorithmic coordinator for the entire sensory matrix. This illustrates a traditional Vedic birth chart converting into an Astro-AI health map. It calculates biofield deficits and outputs a personalized meditation prescription, dictating the exact colors, sounds, and aromas required for balance. Within the logic of the MRC, astrology is the software code that calibrates the physical sensory hardware for each individual. To execute these prescriptions, the theoretical inputs must be paired with physical infrastructure. The Astro-AI protocols are administered inside programmable sensory therapy rooms and VR meditation domes. These immersive environments are equipped with precise light panels, acoustic emitters, and aroma diffusers. While the patient experiences the prescription, their response is measured by the Neuro Meditation Lab. This facility uses EEG to track electrical brainwaves, HRV to measure heart rate variability, and FNIRS to measure brain activity and blood flow. Simultaneously, the Biofield Imaging Lab captures more subtle metrics, documenting biophotonic shifts, measurable changes in the body's aura, and chakric emissions. As the session progresses, the biometric data collected by these sensors is continuously fed back into the central system, adjusting the light, sound, and smell of the VR environments in real time. This integrated technological stack turns the subjective experience of abstract meditation into a rigorous, measurable, hard science feedback loop. When you step back and look at the completed architecture, the journey of a single patient becomes a streamlined data process. This flowchart tracks the complete patient journey. Step 1 inputs planetary data to establish the baseline algorithm. In Step 2, the system generates the sensory prescription, immersing the patient in VR. Finally, Step 3 extracts biometric outputs, looping back to refine the protocol. The MRC functions as a consciousness processing engine. The continuous operation of this engine is designed to yield massive datasets, eventually producing peer-reviewed papers on consciousness and annual global reports on planetary healing. More importantly, it allows researchers to develop practical, entirely medicine-free therapy protocols for treating stress, emotional trauma, and chronic pain. It returns us to the initial premise. If the human body is 99.99999% empty space, then mastering the frequencies that govern that invisible space allows for a new model of systemic health. The blueprint for the Meditation Research Center suggests that ancient esoteric wisdom and modern biometric technology are two halves of a singular operational system.